This is a special episode. After more than a decade away, my good friend Austin, a Ghanaian-born,
I'm a former Formula One engine build technician. I'm now an engineer.
Who is based in the UK, finally made his way back home to Ghana. He was eager to see how the Ghanaian car scene had evolved over the years. To give him a proper reintroduction, I took him to meet one of the big names in the Ghana car scene, our very own.
I'm Kelvin CEO of Stunncust Autoworks and the president of Drift Hunters Africa,
who is known for transforming ordinary vehicles into head-turning builds. Stunncust gave Austin a behind-the-scene look at his workshop, shared stories of his journey, his favorite projects, and a lot more.
So let me show you the most exciting car here. It's covered because it's dangerous.
I later recorded separate episodes with both of them, which I'll leave the link to those episodes in the description below. So guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video.
What's up, people? My name is Austin. I'm a former Formula One engine build technician. I'm now an engineer. I'm in Ghana. See what the sites are like in Ghana, getting to know the car scene. And I'm with one of the best people in Ghana that knows all about the scene. So big man, introduce yourself for the people.
I'm Kelvin CEO of Stunncust Autoworks and the president of Drift Hunters Africa.
Let's go.
Yes, nice having you around.
Yeah. So we're going to start off with some simple questions, before we start getting a bit technical.
All right.
Into the nitty-gritty of the business, the type of cars he's worked on, the people he's worked with. But yeah, let's just start with, so how long you been in the game for? How long you been doing cars?
Officially 11 years, unofficially 15, 16. Yeah.
And what made you start?
I've always had passion for cars, especially working on cars. When I was younger, I had a chance to play around with a lot of BMS, the E39s, the E36s, the E46s, the E60s and all of that. My dad is a big BM guy. So I realized every time he leaves the cars over, I always tamper, play around, take apart the interior and all of that. So I always had that, that attraction to take stuff apart and put together. And if I told you this business was planned out, that would be a terrible lie. A hobby. And eventually, God willing, God being so good, it's in full-fledged now. It's a huge corporation, the best in the country. We do a lot of stuff, unimaginable stuff. And we've found our works not only on cars, also in buildings, in so many different areas, aircrafts, boats, jet skis. So it goes further than the mind can conceive. Yeah, it's big.
So would you say that passion of yours started with the BMs, with German BMs?
Yes, because I was involved with a lot of BMS. Yeah, as I said, the E60s, the E36s, the 46s, the E39s and all of that. So, I like BMs and drifting for me actually started off as a mistake. But unfortunately, it didn't start in the BMW. It started in an Audi. It was a front-wheel drive Audi. Yeah, it was a mistake. It started off as a mistake. It was a mistake. But I didn't follow the protocols and ended up crashing that car on due time. Yeah, but getting into the BMS, I think the E39 was what made me a very good drifter. Yeah, I used to do a lot of burnouts, it was manual. So first, second, then we had a very big compound. So I could put my foot down for like 15 seconds straight, burning rubber and all of that, yeah.
So now in the compound, the neighbors must have been...
Oh, seriously. It wasn't loud, it was stock. It was still stock. So you just had to turn off the DSC, the traction control, and you're okay. And I think it was limited slip. It was a 530 Ti, it was 520 Pi. It was limited slip, so you could get the wheels spinning. But I wasn't doing a lot of free throws. I was just doing burnouts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you was young, then you was taking apart your dad's cars. Was there ever a time where you couldn't remember how it went back?
Oh yeah, a lot of times. I would say all the time. I broke a lot of stuff.
What was the biggest thing you remember breaking?
His clutch. No. That was when I was driving. In the car, it would be the air conditioning vent. You know where the air conditioning vents are? Yeah, I couldn't put it back together. And he just stopped doing the keys. So I took the spare key.
Yeah, taking the dash out is one of the worst jobs.
Yeah, not the entire dash, was more the center console.
Oh, okay.
And then down. It's not the whole dashboard. Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of those build challenges, what would you say, since you've been in this industry, is the most difficult build you've done?
Funny enough, it was not a car. It was a horse carriage.
A horse carriage.
I had to rebuild one. It was for Safari Valley, the biggest eco park in West Africa, or probably maybe not in West Africa. Yes, so they had these old horse carriages at their other resorts called Aqua Safari, and they had rusted. They were not maintaining it properly and all of that. So we had to tow them over to Accra, rebuild them, and it was crazy because you had to fabricate the wheels. And the thing is already heavy, so you can't just do anything. You need to get like the best of materials, the best of craftsmanship, everything. And we had a very tight schedule, the timeline. I could remember we're sticking throughout the job. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this again. That job in particular, unless you're paying me 6 figures, I'm not getting close to a horse carriage. Yeah.
Seems like a pretty unique job.
Yes, it was actually unique. The finishing was really, really spectacular because we're able to. The customer wanted something more rustic. It says that fits his profile of the place and everything. So we had to follow their color schemes. We installed it doesn't have an engine or a source of power. So we had to install an inverter, AGM batteries. Well, not even AGM, this lithium-ion batteries. Yes, lithium-ion batteries, an inverter, install LED lights underneath it, wire it out and all of that. So it's more of like they're trying to wire out a house. Yeah, so it was really nice. It was interesting. The finishing was outstanding. Yeah, it was really outstanding. Yeah, outstanding. Yeah.
So obviously you see a lot of cars coming in and out here on a daily basis. Out of all the brands, all the different makes, what would you say is the easiest car to work on?
Easiest. Easiest in what sense?
As in the way the engineers and the manufacturers put the car together. It was very simple, very easy to work on. You know, a lot of these manufacturers put a lot of electricals in the way they plumb the things.
There's a West. Exactly. Yeah, then you need to figure out the engine for everything.
Yeah. VAG is notorious for that.
Oh, actually, they're all challenging in one way or the other. Yeah, unless maybe the car is very simple, like maybe a Corolla where you have less stuff in the way, but still, you still need to take stuff off. So I think we've got to a stage where nothing is too difficult or too easy. We just need to make sure the job is done and it's done right. So, off the top of my head, I would say easiest might be the Range Rovers. Range Rovers, yeah, they are easy to figure apart and put together. Compared to Mex and the Beamers, yeah.
Fair enough. So obviously you see cars from a lot of different kind of viewpoints.
Yeah.
Compared to the average like driver.
Yeah.
You see them from underneath, you see them from on top, you see them from inside.
Yeah.
So out of all these luxury different brands, so let's say the VAG group, you got obviously Volkswagen, Audi, Bentley, those sort of things, Lamborghini, then you got Ferrari and those sort of things.
Yeah.
Which would you say is the worst built? Like, what would you say as the poorest quality materials overall?
I would say, I hope it doesn't go against me later on in life. Poorest quality. Let me start with the best. The baby I might end up ending at the worst. Okay. I love the quality. Okay, I've realized Porsche's quality is dwindling down. From the 997 to the 991, coming to the 992. They're much stronger in the 997, much stronger. The quality of the stuff, there was less plastic in them, but they're so strong, they don't easily break. I think best quality will be Mercedes. The Max now, yeah, the C classes, the W205s, the E class, the W213, compared to their predecessor models, they're not good at all.
Okay, that's so fun.
Yeah, it's true. You can ask anybody. Plastic door handles, the window rollers, the switches, they all always go bad. In the S63s, in the E-Class.
Oh, Mercedes is plastic.
Yeah, plastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that say that on social media, the build quality of Mercedes.
It's really dwindled down. I have the E63 AMG. That's the W211.
Small flex on them, small flex.
No, it's not small flex, it's an old car. It's a low car, but it has a mighty engine. And when I stepped into I had this until I sold it. But which is this isn't the successor model of that. It's I think 2 generations ahead. I'm seeing a very big difference. And also the S-Class, there's a 2009 S-Class parked outside. Yes, and I've been driving it since January 2009, and I've been driving it since January, and I've fallen totally in love with the car. I don't have Bluetooth. I don't have all those, feature comforts and all of that, but I love the quality of the ride, the way the sound, the sound deadening in the interior. You don't get a lot of disturbances coming into the car, the comfort and everything. I mean, old is gold. I'd rather choose that over the latest S-Class. Yeah, so the Macs, they are growing off, even though they look good and all of that, build quality is quite really poor. Yeah, really poor. But the best, I'll say, BMW is still doing very well. And we barely have customers coming over here complaining about their interiors falling apart and all of that. Yeah, with the BMS, you have more Macs coming over. Yeah,
I think generally because BMW keep it a lot simpler than Merc. Merc is always kind of pushing the boundaries of new technology and things like that.
I agree.
And it just gives more things to break.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So obviously we've touched upon what you do here and what the company does as a whole to influence the car scene. But how do you feel like you've influenced the general car scene in the country with the public and a lot of the young people involved in cars?
Greatly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not that I'm street flexing, but we've actually turned the whole industry upside down in the right way. In the sense being Ghanaians, we're not really inclined to a lot of customization. They even liking cars, they rather prefer to buy stock, keep it stock, then it goes. But rather you see a lot of Ghanaians looking out for options. They want full option, they want carbon fiber, they want this. They bring their cars in for extras. So you have the 4Gs, you have the can wheels, you have the Mansouris, the Braboses. We see a lot of Brabus builds coming over here. There are a lot of G-Wagons. I'll say we've done close to 20 G-Wagons in the country alone, all Brabus. There's a trend going into the Rolls Royce now get a lot of clients who want to do Mansouri Rolls Royce builds and all of that. So it's greatly shifting. We didn't have this kind of fever 5 years back or 10 years back. We didn't have this kind of fever in this country. Like everybody wanted stock. They keep it stock. Then after 10 years, they just deteriorate and that's all. But our people keep them for the longest, upgrade or maintain, restore. Like the E30 you saw outside there, people are spending 6 figures on 50, 60 old cars. Yeah, because, the trend is uniqueness. Everybody wants to stand out. You might buy, like the way Despite bought he bought his Bugatti 2 years ago. Somebody just brought the higher level, the sports version of his. Yeah, that's what's going to happen because your aim is to stand out. Just somebody's just going to buy your position. It's just money. So I'll rather choose to stand out in a one-off. That, so like say something like the 300 SL or like a unique E30 build. Yeah, so I'll rather choose to stand out here now to follow the new trend because car makers now are just producing like not only plastic, like consistently. Back then it used to be 5 years, 10 years, now every 2 years. I don't know where the new beamers are now.
Yeah, I think what the problem is with car manufacturers now is cars are really only built they're only built to last your lease period term.
Yeah.
So most cars get leased for 4 or 5 years. The car's only supposed to be on the road for 4 or 5 years. It's a bit like phones. You see before back in the day when your phone used to break, people used to fix phones. Yeah. Now you just go and get a new one. Same thing you are. Yeah. And obviously, as the technology keeps growing in the cars, you're not going to be able to kind of upgrade that. You just have to get completely new hardware.
Exactly. I mean, it's getting boring. The new cars are getting boring. I mean, anybody can just open a garage and just build an electric car and but there's no way you can compare that to, there's actually, something like this is around $3 million now. Yeah, this selling of like $3,000, $250,000 for an E30M to like in a pristine condition. So I'd rather choose to maintain this, add value to it or maintain its value whilst it appreciates than to buy some. That's about it.
Okay. So personally to you, what country or city inspires you most in terms of their car scene?
South Africa.
Why is that?
Have you been to South Africa before?
I've seen a lot of the stuff on YouTube.
People go there. The simplest of cars aspect. You can have like a Toyota Yaris lowered, nice rims, and most of the features are not even original, authentic from the manufacturer. They're mostly made in China, but they still make it work. That's what I like about South Africa. So everybody stands out in his or her own unique way. Let me show you this glimpse in the Gulf.
Jesus Christ.
It is like a regular person's car. Regular. He's no celebrity. He's good. He's a regular person. See the way they keep their engines clean. And it's a drift car. Yeah, so the car culture over there is crazy, man. And every Wednesday, what we do, drift hunters on 24, what we do every 24th, they do it in Poch every Wednesday evening. So you love the culture there. I think we should plan a trip. I've already spoken to ISSALINKOP already. So we all go there. I'll take you guys around since I'm familiar with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love it over there.
So what's done? I say next episode, we're in South Africa, live.
Yeah.
Live, it's a link up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so why do you think the car scene is that way in South Africa? What do you think the differences are between here and there? Like, what can we do here to get like there?
So, okay, the difference is exposure. You know, they gain independence, I think 30 years ago. We began independence about 68 years. 68 years ago, yeah. So the whites were there for the longest. And the whites, you know, the Danish and all of them, they were still instilling their culture in there. That's why you have a lot of these cars. But from what I heard, you know, motorsport actually originated from South Africa. Because when motorsport was growing, there was a lot of war going, the World War II and war. So all the rich guys were in SA, they were racing and all of that. So the tracks and everything were there, but because of the apartheid, so yeah, the blacks were not allowed to take parties. So that's what even brought about the drifting, because when they get hold of the cars, they pay the bribe of the police, block up the roads and drift and whatnot. So that's what made them really grow. And us over here with the influence from people like myself and ISSALINKOP, yeah, it's changing the narrative here, even though it's never been an easy journey because the support has not been readily available financially from people, friends, and all of that. There's a lot of, you know, back and forth with it. But, you know, when something is coming up and it's going to blow up eventually, it's never smooth sailing. It takes a lot of effort. So I'll say we are in it till we win it. So people like ISSALINKOP and I organized very powerful shows. We had the Ghana Auto Show, attracted a massive turnout. We had people with different cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, the E30s with the V8s, Aston Martins, were all there. And that was really nice because I saw people bonding and all of that. Then drift hunters at the same location, the same year, close to 25,000 attendees. Yeah, so
Big numbers.
And from my first show, I realized most people from the first show were cool. They were there to have fun. The second show, the crowd was different. The turnout was more of like nightlife people coming over. And most of them didn't understand what they were there for. But at least we give them a good show. So it will give them the motivation to, you know, push themselves to understand the whole culture and see where they best fit into. Yeah, so we are almost there. I'm sure by the next show, I'm sure you being Ghana, you would understand most of the answer. Yeah.
So what's next? What's your next show? Where do you see the scene in the next, let's say 5 years?
5 years, you're everywhere in Africa. So the main aim is to connect through motorsports. Yeah, so we'll be taking the show through different countries, different parts of the continent, the West Africa, East. So we already have an advocate in South Africa. So having a show in South Africa is not a big deal, just the funding and all of that. So all of these things I'm speaking about are already in place. Yes, we'll have something big coming up. Can't spill everything out now, but it's mostly funding. So I mean, with the right funding and the right investors, we'll be on track because it's quite expensive. Because the first time shows, I paid out of pocket. Yeah, paid out of pocket because getting sponsors to understand the vision, the dream, is also another. They also want to, you know, get something out of it. Not like out there where they understand what these things that behavior in the future.
They just see health and safety risks.
On the same basis, we handle all of that. Yeah, so we have a full safety team. We have ambulances on standby. We have no problem when it comes to safety. Yeah, it's just we need people to invest more effort into it. Not only money, more effort, more time, and their attention. They need to, really get to grasp with what we want to, show Ghanaians. And I was at King of the Whip. It's a show in South Africa at Monte Casino where they have the BMX guys fly their bikes in the air. And I realized we're only 4 black guys in there. And the aura was crazy.
Yeah.
The aura was crazy. I was like, no. I know the show. I was like, I need to bring this to Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people also deserve to see this. So I saw the guys, the riders, spoke to them, and were head over heels. What does it take? It takes money. You need thousands of dollars. Drop them in and drop them out. Now when they come, location, hotel, and all of that, you have to pay them also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a whole thing. So we're also working very hard to make more money. So we're able to.
So if you could choose, let's say 3 things to change right now about the Ghana car scene or the driving laws in Ghana in general that can help further the car scene and people in Ghana, what would you choose to change?
The car scene, I'll change the attitudes of especially car guys. Because they see it more as a competition. It's good. Being competitive is very good. It brings a lot of change. It makes it more dynamic. But, I think there are too many emotions involved. People are just, sidelining a lot of potential because of personal vendettas. Yeah. I think it's not necessary.
There's a lot of ego in the car scene.
There's too much ego.
There's a lot of ego in the car.
Too much ego. I mean, we've not climaxed yet, so we don't need to act up. We need to really calm down and support each other. I support LinkUp. LinkUp supports me. Even though he runs his show, I should be like, no, LinkUp will take my customers, or LinkUp is going to, take my shine. No, but that's not the case. We need to support each other. And I even have a show I discuss with LinkUp where I want to involve all the car communities. BMW Club Ghana, Honda, Muscle Club Ghana, all of them, Accelerate Motors, all the shows which go on, Launch Control and all of that in one building. Yeah, we'll have one. And I think that'll be the best stepping stone for the car community in this country, where we born as one. It'll come to an understanding. Maybe we have a federation afterwards. Maybe, because that also brings a lot of problems. Yeah. So maybe we'll have a federation afterwards. And, we have shows planned. If it's every year or twice in a year, we have a joint show like that, it bonds. It bonds us as a country. And the Nigerians also do it. So why can't we do it?
Yeah, so we spoke about the horse carriage. So what would you say are 3 other projects that you're most proud of?
Projects I'm proud of. There are more than 3. Let me look on the wall.
The wall of achievement.
What kind of projects? Because it depends on the extent of the project. There are some which are really extensive. There's some which are mild but crazy, like this wreath up there. I just slapped on some Bosons and some Avery Dennison wrap, and it looks sick. So I'll say project. The wide body Camaro. Yeah, that's my favorite. The Stanaro. It's because it's different. It's one of, in the whole world, not like in the whole world, there's no other body kit as compared to what's on my Camaro. Yeah, so I handcrafted it, designed from scratch, very wide. It's a project still in the works, even though it looks complete. We need to finalize the paint job. I'm thinking of putting a bigger engine in there. And the Exo. I forgot about the Exo. That's my drift car. Yeah, slapping the beat into it, and I've been trying to control it ever since. Yeah, the Exo is really, really exciting. I like the Exo a lot, even though it's not that practical. I've traveled a lot with it. I've taken it close to, I'll say, 100 miles from here and back. So 200 miles. Just imagine you have the heat from the engine exactly in your face. I had a leakage, so those oil is this spewing. I had a helmet on, so luckily enough, I was fine. Wind noise, and the exhaust. I had a misfire coming back the valley, and the place was very cool. So you can imagine how the car was performing. It was performing very well, and it was too loud. Going through the village, the narrow routes, just disturbing the villages. Now, the Exo is crazy. It's exonerating. And what again? Exo, Camaro, and okay, the third one I can't really mention it because it's confidential, but let me see. There are lots. Okay, then Shatawali's door charger. We also wide body. They did a full extensive makeover. The interior, exterior, custom wheels was really nice. Full 9 yards. That also classifies as one of my favorites. I mean, my favorites are lots. They go above 3. I mentioned a solid 10 for you. Some which are quite popular in town. Some which are not really that popular because of confidentiality with the customer. Yes.
So we've spoken a lot about loads of different exotic cars.
Yeah.
Oh, so I've come all the way to Ghana now. I want to see what you've got.
Oh yeah. So unfortunately, you missed the Turbo S. But I mean, I have some nice cars out there. Let me take it.
Let's go.
So 2 years ago, we had a chance of working on this. Originally in blue, came in for a color change to white and the champagne silver. So it's two-tone, but I went more crazy on it. So the grills, I took off all the strands or whatever you want to call it, painted them, painted the lower bits of the bumper, and a few other hidden stuff. The Rolls-Royce guys will catch me when they see the bumpers and all that. They'll see that there's something that's going down here. But this is really nice. Has the starlights in it and everything. Customer is taking really good care of it. Came in, he had some brake. He had to change the brakes on the side, so it just came in for that. So that's why the rims are off. It has Poggiatos also. We also painted them in white. Really nice. So this is the Wraith. Very nice. One of my favorite cars. Drives very nicely. I mean, every man should aim for a Wraith. So we have here a Bentley Bentayga. And this is finished off in a 10-out silver. This is an Aston Martin color you find on the Valkyrie. So it came in red, and the customer wanted something eccentric. So he gave me the chance to put my touch on. So I chose the color. Really nice. It's really dynamic. So depending on where the light hits, you have this color change going on. You can see the pearlescence and the paint also. Very, very unique. Yes, so that's it. So these are 2 exotics. And the very best, I mean, Bentley and Rolls-Royce. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So let's go to the next. That's a C63 Cabriolet that came in for some mechanical work and also paint work. So we'll be spraying this, fixing a new bumper on, fixed a couple of stuff inside, get new wheels for it and whatnot. So this is in the works. Then let me show you the E30. So this is, unfortunately, I've sold it to somebody in the group, so I don't really mind, to Reckless. So this I restored fully. Go a donor car from Germany. Took out the whole interior, so that's been fixed. Then there's a first coat paint. This is not the final look, but we've also slammed this coilovers, slammed at the back. We have the S54 3.2 liter going into that's what's in the M346 going in here. I had to also get a donor car, take out the stuff, the electricals and all of that to fit into this. So this is going to look original, OEM, no shady stuff, but I've sold it. So he's got some Recaros coming in there, carbon fiber and Alpina wheels, some other stuff. But I mean, it's a good platform to start. Of course, the car is in an immaculate condition. Yeah, so.
How much work did it take to get to this day?
A lot of work. Since I handled it, I did it in no time, 4 months. Where I was just putting in pressure to get it done. Yeah. Came out really nice. I mean, I can confidently say this is the cleanest E30 in the country. This is the cleanest E30 yet. It hasn't been done yet. Yes. With this, we'll respray it. There are a few scratches here and there. Yeah, but we'll be putting in the engine. Since I've sold it, I'm no longer going to put the S54 in there. We find something nice and decent to put in there for him. Yeah. So
what made you go with this color?
Austin yellow. I like it on the I like it on the F80 M4. That is what everybody was like, no, don't do it. Like, and then everybody wants to do it now. Yeah, it came out really nice. And it matches really nice with the silver deep sink alloys. deep dish alloys. Really nice. I have some nice door handles in there. And there's the coupe. So they're quite rare. Also, we also have here a G63 AMG. So this it's a 2016. We do a lot of upgrades over here. So we'll be upgrading this to the 2024 Brabus G800 package. And we'll also include the interior, which we've done about 2 or 3 already from last year. So new wheels, new body, not new body entirely. The fittings, so the flares, the fenders. The fender has already been changed. The bonnet, the front grille, the headlights, the headlight garnish, the front bumper, new wheels, so spaces wider. It's the White Star package. Okay, it's locked. White Star package. This in a month's time should be, or a month and a half should be different in your eyes. Yeah.
So how challenging is it generally to convert, upgrade it to the new stuff?
It's not really challenging because we are used to it. Yeah, we are used to it. So we just have to make sure the measurements are up to spec. You don't have big exposed panel gaps for people to easily detect that it's been upgraded. That's the main headache, the headache. You always need to make sure people don't easily recognize it as an upgraded version. A lot of our cars and our products out there are doing marvelously well. I was with a customer today, and he was able to detect another customer who has upgraded and, portraying that it's not been upgraded. All of that. And I was like, how do you know? He says, because I know your works. And then you work for me. You've done about 4 of my cars, so I easily spot your work. Yeah, so you saw like, oh yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, so speaking of works, this GMCs, which came from another shop, you could see it went there for a change of color, and you still see bits and pieces of the old color being exposed. So that's the kind of quality of work we avoid over here. We keep a standard or overpass or make sure we beat the standard.
So generally, when you overspray, you go straight down to the chassis?
Everywhere. I wish this car was in pieces when you came over. Take off the doors, hit the door jambs, the front cut areas, underneath everywhere. Take out even electricals to get a uniform distribution of paint all over the vehicle. Yeah, so a lot of jobs come in as return jobs from other shops. Yeah, so an example is this GMC. This is a 2024, what they call, is it Denali? 2024 Denali, yeah. So we'll be working on magic. There's also an Escalade outside also going in for the same treatment. That's a 2022 Escalade V. So let me show you. We also do a lot of upholstery. Yeah, we do upholstery works, not upgrades, but we have very good upholstery guys. An example is this E-Class I sold last year. So this, I also widened it. This is an E300, but I've widened it to look like the 63, both front and rear. And I finished off the whole interior in Napa orange with the kilter stitch. And this original Napa.
It's crazy. So what made you go for this design?
Brabus. So the kit has some Brabus accessories lingering around, the front splitter, carbon fiber canards and whatnot. And this all original Napa orange. We also use fox leather. We use synthetic. It depends on the customer. Some customers, this is very expensive. I mean, square meter on this is like half the price of a full yard of synthetic leather. So it's still in works. The letterbox is about to get fixed. New steering. So I upgraded the steering, added a touch of carbon fiber everywhere. So you have carbon fiber on the door cards, the center console, running through the dashboard, the lower bits of the steering wheel. And we have forged carbon also. So originally, I did forged carbon and it didn't really come out as great. So I left some areas in forged. If you look at the rear bit of the airbag, yeah.
And what they won't be able to tell is it smells like brand new leather in there. Brand new leather.
Because it's original, so you can smell it. You can smell that you can smell the originality. This is all pure leather. You can smell the animal. You can still smell the animal in there. So this is nice. Also widen this. This is all prefab. Very nice. And I also color match the splitter to match the rest of the car. So it's, it looks much more buff. This is the bent orange you see on the carbon ceramics on the PLSs and mono. Yeah, and I also fitted 20-inch Brabus wheels. Really nice to complement the whole Brabus look. So the car looks like an original Brabus. We still need to add there's a spacer to the, or put bigger spaces at the back, because I see it sinks in at the back a little. But the front seems okay, maybe much bigger to bring it out. It's still in the works. It's not a completed project. Yes, but it's not sold though. I've sold it. So, but it's still in the family though. Yeah, it's for Jose, so it's still in the family.
Hopefully we'll still be seeing it around.
Yeah. They are family, so.
You're the day nice, huh?
So let me show you the most exciting car here. It's covered because it's dangerous. I present to you the Exo.
So this originally started off as a BMW Z4. I chopped it up. The Exo build, exoskeleton structure. We also, so it has active doors and all of that. It had a quick release, but I broke it. I forgot once. I was so adrenaline rush, I just broke it up. So we've configured the system. It has a short shifter, willow wood. It has a Willwood hydraulic brake, the e-brake. The Momo steering, also Recaro racing seats. I reupholstered them. So you still have the original leather running there, and then we have a bit of synthetic, so it doesn't become too, hot when you're drifting.
I was gonna say this print looks a bit familiar.
Yeah, so I stole some of that project's leather for this. We have the push to start. We have the switches, the toggle switches. We have the kill switch. There's another kill switch I'm supposed to install there, but I'll do that later. Then not to forget a party piece, just a 4.3 liter V8 originally producing 330 horsepower, 310 horsepower, but we've upped it up to 380. Yeah, so this easily. We also have a nitrous tank with the nitrous, so you can see the page. So this Proton, that's the company we bought it from. So it sprays this, it's a wet system, so it sprays the nitrous into the cylinders, into the manifold, sorry. And then, yeah, we have the standalone tank in front. We have the racing tank at the back with the, what's the name of that bottle? The bottle which keeps the,
Lefno.
I think Surge bottle or something. Yes, tank. It has a Surge tank at the back. Then we have an ABS system from a Sedan series. And funny enough, this car has, is it this one? No, it's not this one. There's another project. It has the AMG ceramic brakes on it. Yeah. I discontinued that project. I had the AMG ceramic. We have manifolds, long tube headers, put all the way to the back, custom the pipes to come from the sides, like the G-Wagon. Then I mentioned the short shifter. Then the spoiler, that's a windbreaker. This, I've done close to 260 kilometers in this before on the road. Yeah, close to 260. Yeah, really nice. And it handles really well. You have none of the aids. You have no ABS. So it's like raw power. It's too.
So question of the day. How many times has it tried to kill you?
Once.
Once?
Yo.
Just once? Really? Not too bad then. So it started off as a Z4, but obviously absolutely nothing left is from a Z4.
Custom, maybe the body.
Just the shell.
There's a shell. Yeah, bits of the shell. But there's nothing there. I mean, nobody is able to recognize this as a Z4. No matter how big of a BMW fanatic, you never ever get to realize that has been altered from a Z4. Maybe from here. From here.
Okay. So tell us a bit about the drivetrain. So obviously you've got what engine and what gearbox?
So the engine is a 4.3 liter V8 from the likes of Lexus. You find the engine in the SC430. Is it the SC430? You find it in the LS430. You find it in the LGX460. Yeah, but with that, it's a 4.7. That's a 2UZ. This is a 3UZ. Yeah, so even wiring this engine out was a big, it was really crazy because what people normally go for is the 1UZ because it's less electronic. This is the BBTI.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it also has there's something else they had. So you need to literally wire it like you're wiring an original, like, yeah.
So what made you go for the 3 instead of the 1?
more power.
More power.
Yeah, so the one produces 260, two produces around 280, 290. The three goes straight to 310. Yeah, so I went in for this. And I also have a performance box. We've not been able to fix it on because it follows the guidelines of the manufacturer. So take it to this way, take that way. I know since we wire this differently, the colors are not the same. So we will need time to fix it. It's from Q-Chip. It's going to give me about 80 horsepower extra. Yeah, I can add launch control to it. I can add anti-lag if I install a turbo system on it. So the tune allows me to play around, launch control, anti-lag, flames, whatever. And it shoots flames naturally. Yes. Yeah, that shoots flames naturally. Like the flames. ISSALINKOP added to the video. It shoots mad flames. And the drifter test we had recently, the ground wasn't too favorable for drifting. So the car had to use more power to overcome. So literally I was on full power most of the time. It was shooting a lot of flames almost all the time. Yeah.
So you use this car mostly for drifting. This is a drift build.
It was a drift. I used to, but people know me, so I can't be, messing up on the streets. So we just recently acquired a trailer. So that means we buy to road drives. It's going to sit on the back of the pickup or something and just go to wherever I want to take it to. That's coilovers also, adjustable coilovers. Also, so it's stiff. I need to change them though. I think I've broken one of them.
So a lot of people might not be sort of experiencing the requirements of an engine in a drift car.
Yeah.
So obviously this being a drift car, what sort of things do you need from the engine? Do you need more torque, more horsepower, and where do you need that, up top or down low?
Down low.
Down low.
It depends on the type of drifter you are. I like my top down low. So at least you're able to put a car in the best of positions really early. Transitioning a car at high speed is more difficult than initial. And we learned drifting without the hydraulic handbrake. Even though it's in the car, it was just the foot that takes. Yes, but we are getting used to it. And we believe you drifting without the e-brake makes you a much better drifter. You get to have a better understanding of the vehicle. So when you start adding the e-brake to it, become a master. Yeah. I mean, it's more of handling. Drifting is losing and gaining control.
Yeah. Well, so we've seen what Stunn has got for us today. Those are different types of cars. We've got Germans, we've got Japanese cars, we've got American cars, and we've got mixes, hybrids. So, yeah, so what's next? What's the next event? Where can we see you? Where can we find you?
So, we are planning 3 events this year. Our standard event on the 24th of December. And we're planning one, as I said earlier, with the group, everybody in the car community. We're planning Easter, but it seems too close. We're still putting plans together. So I'm working with ISSALINKOP closely on it. But for now, it's more practice runs. I think you should check out more of the videos on ISSALINKOP's page. It's always at the drip zone of us. So you get to have a feel of what we are trying to achieve. We are getting better of time, better at drifting, organization, timing and everything. So we ask for everybody to support one way or the other. If it's your time, if it's funding or sponsorship from anywhere, why not? Because it's a dream and it's for the youth coming up. They need to have a sort of inspiration to boost them. There should be a boost for them to become the best versions of themselves at every given moment. So this is a platform, because a show like Drift Hunters, a show like Ghana Auto Show puts a lot of people on board, especially the youth, the YouTubers, the content creators. So everybody should come on board and wholly support. Not to be, partial. They should be, they shouldn't be passive. They should be, exemplary and spread the word out there, because it's for all of us. It's for Africans as a whole. As I said, uniting Africans through motorsports. A lot of this stuff is being done in Togo. You have a show table next week, and they have their president on board this time, which is a big thing. It's a big feat. The Nigerians are already doing it. The Kenyans are doing it. The South Africans. Yeah, so I think everybody should wholesomely come on board and support one way or the other. It's not about cash. It's not about, it's time. You should just, spread the word. Get your friends, your family to come over, enjoy the show. Let's know what you feel and what you think about it. Then we take it from there, become better at whatever we do. Yeah.
So, Stunner, where can the audience find you?
Social media, our handles, Stunncust, Autoworks, Stunncust GH. Drifthunters Africa. You can find us everywhere. TikTok, Snapchat. Just type Stunncust. STUNNCUST. It will take you everywhere. Some are Stunncust GH. Some are Stunncust Autoworks. Facebook, Stunncust Autoworks. The rest should be Stunncust GH. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, X, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, we are everywhere. Yeah, so hit us up for all your needs or modifications. Let's hit us up. We'll sort you out.
From GH to UK, already know I'm the UK correspondent of ISSALINKOP. Next time, we'll see you guys soon. Link up in South Africa. It's a link up, guys. It's a movie.